I thought it might be fun today to demonstrate how my Janome 9850, and by the way, I looked up online to see how to pronounce it. Some people pronounce it Janome. What I learned online is it's Janome. It's made in Japan, where they pronounce it Janome. This is a Janome 9850. Besides being a regular sewing machine, it's an embroidery machine. It comes with this embroidery arm that attaches to the back and two embroidery hoops. This is the small one. This is the medium-sized one that I already have fitted with some fabric for the demonstration today. So I'm going to give you a brief demonstration. I'm not going to go over all the details because I don't want to do a long video. Oh, and to address the elephant in the room, why am I doing this in my kitchen? Because this is where my studio lighting is. I do a lot of cooking videos for YouTube, so it's easier to just do things here. So let's do some embroidery. This is the graphic that I want to embroider today. This is the logo that I use on my cooking videos on my mobilehomegourmet.com website. I paid a company to digitize this in a format that would be compatible with my Janome sewing machine. A few things worth mentioning. You want to have plenty of bobbin. I've got that bobbin there, and I've got another one in here. So you're probably going to go through at least one full bobbin, depending upon how big your design is. You need to replace the bobbin holder. It comes with this one with the yellow dot. This is for embroidery. It has more tension on it, so it pulls the thread under better. You don't get your bobbin thread showing up on top in your design. I got most of the setup done. That's all explained in the book that comes with the machine. I'm going to turn it on. It runs through a little computer boot up. All right, this is set up for straight stitching. I'm going to do embroidery, so you hit this button over here. Switch, yes. And it sets up to do embroidery. Now, what I want to do is select the pattern that I have already in there, the special one. So I'm going to open this, EMBF. And there's my little camper trailer. No, I want the different hoop. So I'm going to select this 170 by 200. It's the larger hoop. Now, I can fit two of these on there. So using my cursor keys here, I'm going to slide that up to the top. And I'm ready to start. It's telling me down here below, put in your first thread, which I know is my medium gray for the shadow underneath. So let me get that set up next. The lights in this machine are so bright, I'm hoping it's not going to wash out my pattern. I did turn the brightness and contrast down. I have my machine loaded with my first thread. So I'm going to press the start-stop button. Lower the presser foot. It's very good about warning you when you forget to do something. I went into the settings and I turned off the sewing lights. It's all done by means of the computer panel. I changed to the darker thread now. It's sewing the tire for my camper. My trailer has a big blue stripe on the side, so it's asking for the blue thread next, which I installed. And it's going to start working on the blue stripe. It's just finishing the blue stripe. The next thread is for just a red thing on the back, which is the brake light. And then there's a wine glass. I'm just using a small spool for that. So I'm just starting my red thread. You'll see how little there is to do. That's the rear light. And that's the wine glass. Next is the yellow thread. I have 2 yellow side lights on my camper, and there's a little yellow flame on the candle that sits on the table next to my trailer. So this uses only a little spool of thread because it uses so little. One side light, and the other side light. Next is the side window. Lower the presser foot. Side window is done. Next is the little stepping stool in front of the door and the door window. All right, continuing with my light gray thread, there are a lot of little details to be done, like door frames and the door handle, etc. So I'm just going to let this machine run through all of that. Bobbin may not be sufficient to complete this color. See, it'll warn you when there isn't enough bobbin, and that's why I start off by winding bobbins. Starting off with a fresh bobbin. Now, one nice thing about the machine is you can remove the hoop to get to the bobbin case to replace the bobbin, and when you put the hoop back on again, the computer just knows where it left off and it continues going. Okay, start. Lower the presser foot. And now it's doing the window frame. The last step is all the outlining. Right now it's just patches of color, but this will actually draw the trailer. And this typically takes a while. As you can see, the trailer is taking shape. And there it is. It is just finishing up now, doing the last of the outlining. That's it. It's done. Now, before I remove the hoop from the machine, I'm going to do the second one because I can position a graphic down here as well. I've got plenty of room, and then I can get 2 patches on one piece of fabric. So there they are. There are my designs. If you're wondering who did the digitizing, it was 123digitizing.com, company in Canada. A little on the expensive side, but they did an excellent job. Now, why am I doing this? Well, for this. See, those will each be cut into an oval and finished around the edges and be done as a patch. I want to put one of these on every one of my aprons. I may even put some on a shirt, like do it on this side of a shirt. We'll see, which gets back to why did I spend so much money on that sewing machine? It wasn't just to do patches. It was to make shirts. I tailor all my own shirts because I've given up trying to buy shirts that fit. I end up giving the shirts away because they don't fit right. So now I make my own. So that's my kitchen vlog for today. Thanks for watching.